The bones of the body are joined with one another at joints to allow movements in certain directions. So, the movements of a part of the body depend upon the type of joint present at that region. A joint can be defined as a structure in an animal body where two or more bones are fitted together. At joints, a special type of connective tissue is present. This is called a ligament. Ligaments help to attach one bone with another. To understand this, let us take an example from our daily life. You use a thread or a paper clip to join two sheets of paper together. Ligaments work in the same way. They join two bones together. Joints are of two types, movable joint and immovable joint. Let us discuss about immovable joint first. Immovable joints are permanently fixed. These joints do not allow movements. This type of joint is found in the bones of skull. Look at the dark green colored bone in this skull. It is called mandible. Its common name is lower jaw bone. This is the only bone in the skull which moves when we speak and eat food. The joints that allow movement of bones are called movable joints. Depending upon the type of movements, these joints are of 6 types. We will discuss 4 of them now. Number 1. Ball and socket joint. In this joint, the ball-like one end of a bone is fitted in the socket-like structure of other bone. This type of joint allows movements in all the directions. This type of joint is found in our shoulder and hip girdles. Second, hinge joint. These joints allow movement in one direction only, like the hinges found on the doors and windows. The movement of this joint is not more than 180 degrees. This type of joint is found in our elbows, knees, fingers, and toes. Third, pivot joint. This type of joint is found in between the skull and the first bone of the vertebral column, or you can say backbone. With this type of joint, we can move our head sideways, upwards, and downwards. 4. Gliding joint. This type of joint is found in between the bones of the backbone. This type of joint allows only a slight movement in between the bones. Let us recall what we have studied till now. A joint is a place in our body where two or more bones are fitted together. They allow movements of the bone. They are of two types, movable joints and immovable joints. Immovable joints are found in the skull and don't allow movement. The only bone in the skull which is movable is the mandible or the lower jaw bone. The other type is movable joint. Number 1. Ball and socket joint. They allow movement in all the directions and are found where our arms and legs are joined to our body, means the hip and the shoulder girdles. Hinge joint allows movement only in one direction, like the hinges and fringes of doors and windows. The pivot joint is found between the first bone of backbone and the head. It allows movement in all the directions. Gliding joint is the last one, which is found between the bones of the backbone. It allows only slight movements. Thank you. All the muscles of our body together makes the muscular system. Every movement that our body makes is powered by muscles. A muscle works by contracting in its length and by relaxing back to its full length. For this, it needs a strong support which is provided by our bones. A muscle is attached to the bone with the help of a connective tissue called tendon. Most of the muscles are attached to the bones. They rarely work alone. They pull in pairs and makes our body move in a particular way. So, tendon are the tissue that connects the muscle to a bone. It can be easily understood by an example that we cover a notebook and apply a sellotape or a stapler pin so that it remains fixed with the notebook. Similarly, a muscle is attached to a bone with the help of tendon so that it does not change its place and helps in the movement. Let us study about types of muscles. Muscles are of three types. The first type of muscles is voluntary muscles. As its name suggests that they work according to our will and we can control their action. They are found in our arms and legs and helps in the movement of our arms and legs. When we bend our arms, the muscles present in the front of the arm contracts and bulges out. They are called biceps. Biceps helps to bend the elbow. When we straighten our elbow, the muscles present at the back of the arm contracts and bulges out. These are called triceps. So triceps are present at the back of the arm and helps in the straightening of the elbow. The second type of muscles is involuntary muscles. These muscles work at their own. They are not controlled by our will. They are found in the walls of stomach, intestines, and blood vessels. These muscles work throughout our life even when we are asleep. The third type of muscles are cardiac muscles. These muscles are present in our heart. Like involuntary muscles, they are also not controlled by us. But these muscles work throughout our life. Bones and muscles perform very important functions in our body. So, they must be kept strong and healthy. To keep them fit, we must do regular exercise. We should maintain a correct posture while sitting and standing. We should maintain a correct posture while sleeping as well. Last but not the least, we should eat healthy food. Now, let us recall what we have learnt till now. Muscles are attached to the bones with the help of tendons. They help in the movement of bones. They are of three types. Voluntary muscles, they are found in our arms and legs and are controlled by us. Involuntary muscles, they are found in our blood vessels, stomach, intestines and are not controlled by us. Cardiac muscles, they are found in our heart and are not controlled by us, but they work restlessly throughout the life.